In this video, I want to guide you through an example where we determine if a relation is symmetric in any way. And the relation we're going to look at is given to us in terms of an equation. So take a minute to pause the video and copy the instructions for this particular example. Okay, so now we want to test if this relation 5x minus 5y equals 0 is symmetric over the x-axis. So we'll do that first. And when you're testing for symmetry over the x-axis, you want to think to yourself, alright, it needs to be symmetric this way. So what do we interchange when testing for symmetry over the x-axis? We do one interchange. So make that change and then rewrite your relation equals 0, of course, where x is replaced or y is replaced with the appropriate thing here. Once you've done that, then you're going to compare to the original relation and ask yourself, are they equivalent? So sometimes you may have to manipulate this guy, this new equation you get, simplify it, maybe multiply both sides by a negative or something like that to see if you can turn this interchanged equation into the original. And if they are equivalent, you can state that it is symmetric over the x-axis. And if they are not equivalent and they can't be made equivalent, then it's not symmetric over the x-axis. So pause the video and make your conclusion there. Now let's look over the y-axis. When you look over the y-axis, it looks like this. So what are you going to interchange here? Pause and write in what you're going to do. Then rewrite the original relation after that interchange has been made, replacing x or replacing y or both. And again, check to see if it's equivalent with the original, and pause the video to make your conclusion about whether this relation is symmetric over the y-axis. Now let's test if it's symmetric over the origin. So over the origin, you're going to do something like this. So what are we going to interchange over the origin? Fill that in, pause if you need to, and then rewrite the original relation again after you've made the interchange of x or y or whatever. And again, compare to the original to see if they're equivalent, and make your conclusion about whether this relation is symmetric over the origin. Once you've done that, come back and check your answers. The answers here are circled in red. Note that WRT means with respect to. You could also say over. And if you're having trouble seeing why it is symmetric with respect to the origin, you will have to multiply both sides of your equation by a -1 to make it equivalent to the original relation. So make sure you can get these answers and that you understand how to test for symmetry algebraically.